Under 10 seconds to go. And West gets the three-point takedown. An 8-0 advantage now, as he's going to pick up the first victory of the day for the Northern Illinois Huskies at 125 pounds. Blake West on the mat, as you see on the screen there for the Purdue Boilermakers, Dustin Norris. And he's stepping on the mat to take on Mikey Kaminski for the Huskies.
Last year for the Huskies.
That's something that can't be undersold as well, Corey.
I believe it's invitation only.
Oh, okay.
Dustin Norris, a sophomore out of Cincinnati. 14 and 16 last season for the earlier today.
Yeah, I was going to say he was very impressive against Noah Cantu earlier on. As he looks to continue that here. Relentless, always aggressive, Dustin Norris. Attempt the takedown, but
double built to a mat. Well, not really a return, but a very aggressive move on the edge. I was surprised the takedown wouldn't give it. It looked like he drove the toes.
And he was already in the middle of them, not letting Kaminski get up at all. Kaminski able to get the one-point escape as they come over here in our lap. Kaminski has a nice little cut on his nose. Have to keep an eye on that. Time still not a factor. 15 seconds to go, and
you don't often see a stalemate when both men are standing, hand fighting, but the referee, I think, just wanted a bit of a reason.
Underway, period number 3, and Dustin Norris gets his one escape point now, tied up at 1 now. Who's going to make a move first here at 133 pounds? Neither man committed to anything, just kind of still feeling out. Coming up on a minute to go. Kaminski tries for the single. And they're going to give this the three-point takedown to Dustin Norris. Dustin Norris trying to hold off Mikey Kaminski at 133 pounds, and the Boilermakers are going to pick up their first victory of the day. 3, they give Kaminski 2 points right at the end, and again, that 1 point on the riding time, that's the difference in the matchup. Exciting matchup at 133 as we move on to 141 pounds now. Grayson Clark, the freshman from Wrightstown, Wisconsin, stepping on the mat to take on Gvillo. And Grayson Clark representing on the mat here with Gvillo for the Huskies. Gvillo, great movement on top there. Grayson Clark not letting go there. A pit bull gets the three-point takedown.
Gvillo limited action as a freshman last year, just 5 and 3 for the Huskies. And now there's going to be swipes for Grayson Clark.
Clark taking Gvillo into deep water here. Also over a minute and 10 seconds of riding time now. Gets the 4 points to take a 7-0 advantage here. All Grayson Clark here early on, Corey at 141 pounds. Clark, before the buzzer, gets 2 more to take a 9-0 advantage.
He's getting swipes of his own, it looks like.
Gvillo has Clark in a precarious position, gets to 2. Gvillo come out hot here in period number 2. Oh, wow. Wow. Stoppage there from the referee.
And that was just Gvillo kind of reached back and cranked all at once. None of the rest of Clark's body moved, so potentially dangerous. They cautioned Grayson Clark for the restart. I would think that should negate the point. Now it's an escape for Clark, so it's 11-2. That's right, and Gvillo's 2 points came via near fall. He also negated Clark's riding time.
An attempt early on in period 2 for Gvillo, and Clark now early on in 3 going for one of his own. Gvillo able to fight out of that one.
So it'll be,
but Clark still with the advantage and position.
That'll get the tech fall. So a quick 3 on the takedown and then the 2 near fall runs this up to a 15-point lead for Clark. Sorry to cut you off there.
Clark gonna go ice his shoulder as he gets the major here as we move on to 149 pounds. The music in the background, it's signifying that the closer is coming onto the mat for the Boilermakers.
I love it. Taking on Tommy Curran for the Huskies.
Earlier on against the University of Indy as well.
So this is a bit of a rubber match for both of them as they're standing on their heads.
Double headstands? Come on now.
Why not?
In DeKalb, Illinois, so an easy transition from NC State back home, if you will. Polanco shoots in for the single. Hand fighting. Polanco says, what? What's going on here?
Changing levels. Curran making Polanco come down to his level.
Great job there by Polanco. 30 seconds to go, period number 1, and what's been an exciting 0-0 stalemate. Great movement there. Curran gets the 3-point takedown. What a job there on the mat. Again, we thank you for joining us here this afternoon on Big Ten Plus. Some Sunday afternoon matinee wrestling between the Huskies and Boilermakers. As we get underway here in this 2023 season, Curran gets the escape point up 4-0 now. Huskies are looking for another 3, and they're going to get it. Curran with another takedown, up 7-0.
See the great shot there of that ankle. He hemmed up. Polanco turns into it, gets a reversal.
Nice job there from Polanco.
Polanco once again holding on for dear life, and Curran able to slip out the back for 2 reversal. Offense has been good. He just hasn't quite been able to finish it off. He tries a duck under there to a single. Curran just has a counter for everything. And once they get on the mat, Curran's able to turn it into points. Polanco, if he can get a takedown here, score 3, he's right back in this thing. And there it is. Now he's got the legs laced, looking for a turn. Polanco can't get enough leverage to turn the hips. Now he's going to have to cut him free.
Point escape for Curran. And Tommy Curran going to pick up a victory over Marcos Polanco at 149 pounds. 10-8, Corey, and the Huskies chipping into the lead of the Boilermakers. This matchup I've been excited and looking forward to. The number 16th ranked wrestler in the country at 157 pounds, Joey Blaze for the Purdue Boilermakers, stepping on the mat to take on Brett Smith of the Huskies. Blaze in good position there. Gets the 3 points for the takedown. As we get the decision here. And they're going to keep the 3 points.
They're going to stay with the takedown. We can see just very briefly. I guess in the official's mindset he wasn't trying to improve his spot or going for a scoring hold, just hanging out on top. Nice roll there by Smith to get the escape.
Be a nice feather in the cap of Brett Smith to come in here and knock off a top 25 ranked wrestler.
It sure would. That's what he's fighting for. Joey Blaze hits a sit-out switch, and it looks like Smith is in a lot of pain. He is writhing around.
Accidental, if you will.
And because of the injury stoppage, Blaze gets decision on the restart, so he goes back to the bottom, gets another escape now, leads 6-2.
Smith fighting.
Still no control given. Now Blaze will go to work on that shoulder.
Shoots the half. And Blaze is going to get the three-point takedown.
Nice job by Joey Blaze there. He felt the roll coming. He's still trying to score. Blaze felt the roll coming, sat back in it, and did not allow Smith to get away. And he will secure his major decision.
So Joey Blaze with the victory at 157 pounds.
The Boilermakers lead 12-7 after that. And yeah, Buell versus Bennett should be a fun match.
Sophomore from Dundee, Michigan. Going to swipe the leg, looking to get a three-point takedown early on here. Bennett doing all he can, and Buell just pulls him right back into his grip. Buell says, "You're not getting away." And they are going to award the three-point takedown to Stark. No points scored.
Now in that scramble, Craig, the Purdue bench was saying, well, okay, if he's reaching for the boards, that's stalling. But no thing. Redshirt freshman out of Evergreen Park with the Brother Ice High School. It's tagged for a stall warning here by just...
Buell relentless, not letting go. Looking for that takedown.
Finally gets it.
I think this one's going to stick this time, Corey. Buell gets the three-point takedown. Continuing the attack, under 5 seconds to go, period number 1. Bennett does a nice job rolling through. Huskies. If it's any indication of what we've seen today, it's going to be an exciting season. Buell looking to get the escape, and he does. Three-point advantage now for Stone Cold Stoney here early on in period number 2. Bennett trying to get the escape, and Buell with the mat return, not letting go of that waist lock. And Bennett does a nice job breaking the grip of Buell and getting the escape point. Nice defense there as Bennett went for the takedown. And Stoney Buell's gonna outlast. You see Ricardo Salinas for the Huskies. Salinas with a win earlier this morning in a decision. Excuse me, Hayden Pummel. Cruz and Pummel putting on a defensive clinic here at Holloway Gymnasium. Pummel with the ankle pick, looking for the sweep. It was deep. If there's another second or two on the clock, he gets that takedown.
Certainly the best offense we've seen today. Pummel selects bottom to start the third here, so he's looking for his escape point to get on the board. There it is.
So Pummel gets the 1-point escape. Cruz throws that away. So reset, lock back up again.
A stall warning against Pummel as Orlando Cruz was shooting there.
15 seconds. Cruz, no points awarded yet. 5 seconds. Crowd wants it. Still haven't awarded the points. And they give him the 3 as time expires. Are you not entertained? Orlando Cruz fired up at 174 pounds as he gets the 3-1 victory at the buzzer, Corey.
Literally tenths of a second left on the clock when that 2 points was awarded. 2-0 on the day with a nice victory. He's gonna feel real good about that one for a real long time.
Decompressed now onto 184 pounds. Good start for the Boilermakers here early on in this 2023 season as they ramp up, and the holiday season coming up, but right after Thanksgiving, the Boilermakers are going to head.
Zuber. Rowley trying to create some separation, keep his hips back. Yeah, the Cliff Keen Las Vegas Invitation is
North Carolina State Wolfpack we talked about earlier on. Navy, Northwestern, Ohio State, Oregon State, the Boilermakers here of Purdue, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, Stanford. It is going to be an exciting event early on in December.
can't wait.
James Rowley getting the 1-point escape.
Warning on a quick restart, so one more of those and it'd be a point for Zuber. Another nice trip on the edge by Rowley, stays behind. Out of bounds they go, and the second official is calling for a locked hands.
Zuber gets the escape, but you also have to remember Rowley has the 1 minute and 23-second advantage in the ride time, so we're tied at 2 right now, essentially. 18 seconds. Now Zuber on the defensive, going for another takedown. No points awarded. Rowley fighting through that. 5 seconds. 4.
That was a really nice head shuck by Zuber to get Rowley off. Another head shuck for Zuber there. Not quite as effective. Gets a counterattack single, and there's a great shot attempt for Zuber. Rowley dives after the opposite leg.
Nothing awarded. Great defense from Rowley. And Matt Zuber.
Great win for Matt Zuber, and he got in on a great shot. Rowley countered it.
Ben Vanadia for the Purdue Boilermakers is going to step on the mat. Take on Devonjae Hudson. Hudson hopping up from 184 pounds to 197 to take on Vanadia.
18-10, Purdue leads the team score, so this duel is still in question with 2 matches to go.
Good job there by Hudson. Giving Vanadia all he can handle. Hudson trying to get the 3-point takedown, and he does. Vanadia is going to get the escape. Hudson let him up there. Nice defense there from Hudson. Able to stifle off the single leg attempt from Vanadia. Ben Vanadia gets a 3-point takedown of his own to take a 1-point advantage with 1 minute to go, period number 1.
If the man on top's not doing anything, it makes it really hard for the man on bottom to do something if you're riding parallel.
Hudson finally able to get that escape point. In regards to the stall, what's the count on the stall? Is it each official has their own decision, or is it a count?
It's kind of, no, it's internal for each official. Some have a quicker whistle. Some will let it go a little bit longer before they hit you, and it's kind of learning the officials' tendencies.
Here on this Sunday afternoon in West Lafayette, Indiana, as Ben Vanadia gets 3 more, 11-4 now for the Boilermakers. No more points awarded. Ben Vanadia 2-0 on the weekend, and an 11-12-4 victory over Devonjae Hudson. And the Boilermakers now lead 22-10 in the duel.
51 seconds.
51 seconds. Ruhlman feeling it this year in his sophomore season out of Bloomington, Indiana. And
love to say it's mine. Jacobi Jackson would love to. Well, he said, look at this ankle, it's mine. Tree-topping Ruhlman now. Nice takedown.
Down.
A 3-0 lead for Jacobi Jackson.
Meeting of the minds right now in the middle of that. And Jackson Three-point takedown. Jacobi Jackson showing off some speed.
Really nice combination there by Jackson once again to finish.
North Carolina State Wolfpack.
It's a family sport. We've had a couple different sets of brothers here this afternoon that we've mentioned from several different schools. .40 seconds left in the second.
He was really close right there. He was able to swing his hips out. He wasn't able to finish swinging it all the way out. And Jackson put his weight all the way on him now.
Oh, now Jackson will cut him. Yeah, that is the...
Ruhlman looks tired. And Jacobi Jackson's going to get the victory at 285 pounds, 7-3 against Tristan Ruhlman. But the Purdue Boilermakers are going to take the team score in the duel, 22-13, Corey.